Let's talk about a stock that's having a good run on the last street of late, and that is Route Mobile. And they've come out with a couple of packs that they had actually announced yesterday in the trading session. The stock actually saw a good run yesterday. Today, it's a bit subdued in trade. We are joined by Milind, who's the Executive Vice President in Product and Marketing at Route Mobile, joining us on the show this afternoon. Very good afternoon to you, Mr. Pathak. Thank you so much for joining us on ET Now. And let's talk about the recent deal, the pact that you've signed. If you could help us understand actually what would be the likely revenue potentials through the new contract with the Billeasy.
Explain to you the product first, and then you could kind of look at the potential around there. And first of all, thank you for having me on the afternoon show. So basically what we're doing is we're working with our technology partner, Billeasy, and we are enabling metro ticketing for metros in Nagpur, Pune, Hyderabad. And of course, we have been doing that with Delhi for the last 5-6 months. And that's the kind of work that we're doing on trying to enable ticketing for these consumers using WhatsApp as a solution. Obviously, if you look at these 4 stations itself, the volume of daily ridership is in the range of about 7.5 million commuters trying to do a daily ticket on that front, right? So that gives us kind of a huge headroom for growth available on that front. And it's an early days of adoption of the product where the entire journey of ticketing is done using WhatsApp. You don't need to stand in a queue. You are working on a completely safe environment of WhatsApp, where you not only do you select the stations, not only do you make the payment, but you also use the QR code on the WhatsApp, and then you flash the QR code on the tailgate and you enter the station, right? You don't need to stand on any queue. I think from that perspective, the opportunity is huge, and we are just scratching the surface around here.
Mr. Pathak, good afternoon. Vinny joining in the conversation as well. What I want to know, right, 4 cities is what you've started with. It seems very easy and nice that I don't have to wait in a metro line. So how many more cities are you targeting with this? When is the plan, and by when do we expect it in other cities?
I think there are about 15 odd active metro stations within India, and I would say about 7-8 of them are digitally, so to say, connected and native, right? And I call it like a duck sailing in a pond, smooth environment. For a consumer experience perspective, it's as smooth as that. But underneath it, there is a feverish pedaling of legs. Similarly, there is a WhatsApp involved. There is a need of a QR code based system. There is a need for a ticketing system that we need to connect to the metro. There is a need for a payment system. So, behind the curtains, if I may, like your studios, there is a lot of frenzy and a hectic activity thereon, right? For the consumer, of course, it's a very seamless journey, but behind it's quite, I would say, complex and a long drawn process. We are in discussion with 2, 3 or more metro stations, and we'll slowly bring on them board. And this would continue. And of course, these are 15 stations, plus there are things like Surat, Indore, and other cities which are planned. So I think going forward, I see this as a massive uptake of an opportunity. And mind you, ticketing in metro is just one area. You could also potentially bring bus ticketing. You could bring any other ticketing kind of a environment into these solutions. And we see this being as an early adopter in the domain along with Meta as WhatsApp. We see this not only as an India-based product, but also like a global product from that perspective.
Right, absolutely. Definitely an exciting product line. And like you said, it is going to be very seamless for consumers as well, and as well, for all of us, I'm sure about that. But yes, the product is very exciting. And like you said, it can also be expanded onto various other ticketing domains as well. But any other new product line that you all are working out on right now?
I'm sure you're all aware of our relationship with Proximus, and that has been in the news in the recent past. So along with them, for us, Omni-channel is a core focus, of course. And based on the channel, whether it is chatbot, whether you bring generative AI, whether you bring payments as a solution, whether you bring omni-channel orchestration as a solution, I think all these areas are the one which are work in progress. And our opportunity, not only so far with the kind of emerging market play that we have always been focused as a company, now also is unlocking similar use cases in a developed market of Europe and US. And I think that brings a huge amount of impetus to our growth. So I think if I may, a channel is a channel, whether it's SMS or it's a WhatsApp or an email, it looks simple, but the solution and the overlay that we build on the top of that is where the nuances comes in. So I would say solutions is a focus going forward. Underlying channels, infrastructure, and ecosystem is quite in place, thanks to the efforts of likes of Meta, likes of efforts of Google and RCS. And that will be continuous ongoing process. Our skill comes in building solution over and above the channel, right? And that's where we see a lot of strength, R&D, and focus going forward.
Interesting, but I also want to know in terms of the clientele that you're getting also, what are we seeing in terms of the contribution from your top 5 clients? Is that mainly where you're seeing, or is there new client addition that you're seeing, or a lot of inquiries coming in for this?
Let me try and pick it up from two perspectives, right? So if you look at some of our basic communication solutions that are, of course, heavily penetrated on our top 5, top 10, top 50 competitions globally now, along with Route Mobile, Telesign, we serve 7 out of 10 top global hyperscalers would be our partners in a way. So we are seeing large hyperscalers in one segment. We are seeing large mid-market or large in-country segments, which mean maybe a top-notch Bank of India, maybe a top-notch bank of Middle East, and so on and so forth. And plus, we are also seeing mid-market across in-country. We are seeing all these 3 areas almost expand parallelly, and that brings us huge amount of our focus on building products within our Bangalore labs. We call it Root Labs. We announced it about 1.5 years, 2 years ago. And I think that has been churning products now globally. And with Telesign and Proximus, we are slowly ensuring that these skills are now evolved around the group and supporting the group globally.
Thank you so much for joining in with us on ET Now, talking to us about the new product as well as where you are expected to head. Thank you so much for joining in with us. But that was the management of Route Mobile for you all.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.